Welcome back. Stale Bread Podcast.
It has been
I'm telling you, drowning people, drowning goats, drowning cows, drowning everybody, hurricanes, and
Everybody's underwater.
Look at me, I am underwater.
yeah, a whole lot of tragedies and horrible shit going on, but we have made it through and we are back better than ever. Well, some of us.
Jeremy, who we got with us today?
Well, I was searching the deepest, darkest corners of Reddit, and I came across my soon-to-be new best friend, Chuck. Chuck is a paranormal expert, and he's here to talk with us today. Chuck has had some interesting encounters with the other world.
I am genuinely excited for this conversation.
How y'all fellas do?
Chuck, how are you?
I'm excited to be here.
I'm ready to get on this ghost wagon. Let's go. So all this is just personal experiences that you've had, or do you own like a business, or?
I had a business for a little while, but it you don't get much business this line of work. So I mean, of course, I got another job that I usually do. You know, I've had a couple over the years, but for the most part, as of recently, it's been more of I've had quite a few experiences in the past, but recently it's just got to make ends meet, you know.
Is it like an exorcism type of deal, or
No, that's a little more religious. I study more along the science of it. I mean, it isn't an exact science though. I mean, sometimes we're using technology and equipment like the thermal imaging devices. You got to get a decent thermostat a lot of times, and but sometimes it just works to have an old tube TV. You know, you get you set it on a channel with some static, and you get all kinds of pictures pop up. Sometimes it's a face, sometimes it looks like a buttocks. Sometimes I've even seen a phallic symbol or two.
Are you did you just describe the whole theme of the Ring movie?
I wouldn't say that. It's probably more like white noise. With the what did that guy Keaton, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Okay.
You mean Batman?
But there was no phallic symbols in that. Well, there wasn't Batman.
Chuck, tell us your background, tell us your history. You know, how did you get into the paranormal and parapsychology?
Well, my first experience, it more got into me. To tell the truth, I've always been interested in the other side, but I really became interested. I woke up one night and I was pinned down, face facing the pillow, ass up, and
God,
I couldn't move. And I felt like something was rapping against. Went back to sleep. Don't know what the hell happened. Woke up the next morning, and I was sore on my bottom hole.
Holy
oh my
shit.
God!
Is that where the term "freaking the sheets" came from?
Well, it might be. It's been a while. It's not the first time it's happened, or it wasn't the last time it's happened. That was the first time it happened. A lot of people blamed it on my uncle, but I mean, he wasn't like that. He wouldn't have done nothing like that, and I didn't see anybody, so that was concerning.
Was there an investigation at all, or?
No, because people mainly just shrugged it off. I didn't dare go to the cops with it. They just laugh at me. My own family was laughing at me. I didn't want to get too far down the rabbit hole.
But that ghost did.
So it was just personal experiences with my body. They the first time you need me to repeat the first time?
No, we got that.
Okay. No, thank you. But no, it happened more frequently after that. So that really prompted me to look into it. I've always been curious about the paranormal and the parapsychological. So I I went to a paranormal Institute of Alabama. It was in Dothan, Alabama, a little strip mall location right there next to a 7-Eleven, and it was a six week course to get certified in paranormal investigations. So I did what I could. It was I was the only person in my class, but the owner of the building that there were other graduates. He just said they were probably ghosts. So I mean, I never saw any of them, but I graduated at the top of my class. So there they taught me about parapsychology and how to use the equipment like the thermal devices, electromagnetic meters, stuff like that. But like I said, I always had, pretty good experience with like an old tube TV or even a AM FM radio. Sometimes you could hear things, and some people think that it's just a frequency overlapping, and you can hear it. Uh, but I swear it was probably ghosts.
All right, Chuck, how much does a course like that cost in a strip mall?
I paid, I think after taxes, ended up paying about like around 650.
Oh.
That's not bad.
I tried to go back though, get the actual physical copy of my certificate. The whole place was closed down. This was probably about, he said, come back 2 weeks. I come back, so I don't have the physical copy, but I got certified.
So where is a certification like that upheld?
You could get a degree in parapsychology. I
Oh,
just didn't
okay.
have that kind of money to fork out.
Yeah, it probably doesn't come with like a free taco in the strip mall,
I mean, them roller grill items pretty good. Right next door, it's good.
So after your certification, where did that take you from? Just into investigating your personal life, or tell us what.
I wanted to know more about why I was being visited,
Right.
uh, why I was being visited so frequently. It got to the point it was so frequent. I would go to bed, and just before bed, just in case, I would rim my bottom hole with a little bit of lubrication, something, so I didn't wake up and be so sore the next day. And it was working. No, after that, I started, traveling around. I did end up going to like different places in Alabama. Um, I went to the Birmingham Sloss furnaces, where I guess it got closed down in the 70s, but before that, it had all kinds of workers there that died. I guess they said it was cheaper to pay the settlements than it was to upgrade the safety equipment. So I went there. I didn't actually see anything while I was there. Pick up some stuff on my electromagnetic meter. You know, everyone leaves an electromagnetic field around them if they're on a strict routine going back and forth, and everybody has an electromagnetic field. Well, when that person dies, that electromagnetic field still travels in that same routine, and that's what we perceive as ghosts a lot of times. Well, I didn't know a ghost could get so physical.
I didn't either.
Neither did I.
Where do these? Do you call them attacks? Do you just call them visits?
I mean, I would just call them visits. I mean, I never shunned them away. I never, I can't really call it being molested. I never actually said no. And I mean, I'm all for giving up my body for science, you know. So, and I just hope, I think ghost penis probably hurts a whole lot less than a real penis.
So, sorry.
I'm not a homosexual. I
What?
just,
Okay, that was my
No,
question.
no.
That was my question. If it, 'cause I guess it's not really a man anymore; it's a spirit, right?
I mean, the way it held me down felt like a man. I ain't never seen a woman that big. I mean, I saw a
Or
couple
with
women that big,
a
but I ain't
penis
never
that
seen.
penetrates your butthole.
Well, could have been a ghost finger. I don't know. The
Yeah,
thing about it
I
being
guess that's
ghost, you
right.
can't see it. You just feel it. It's like skunk.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. Well, do you have any other experiences
Y-
besides sexual
Yeah,
with
have
these
you helped
beings?
anybody else, search out their
I've had a couple people in the past. I had one guy where the covers would just rip off of him. He'd feel a smack on his ass. He'd turn over and there was no one there.
Wow.
And this happened continuously. He had a hand mark on his ass. He didn't live with nobody. We never got to the bottom of it, but it made me feel better about my situation that someone was seeking me out for some advice. But I couldn't figure out a way to help him. I couldn't help myself.
Well, I've seen some of these videos like online of like the sheets pulling down on people sleeping and then their body being moved and stuff like that. So you think these videos are actually real or
I think
made
some
up?
of them are. Um, I don't believe it's all real, but I definitely believe some of it is. I've had experience that you can't explain, and you can't or disprove someone's personal experience.
sure.
Yeah, true.
One lady swore up and down that her bra strap just something kept pinching it together, and out were her titties.
Oh wow,
Excuse me.
that's kind of ghost I like right there.
Yeah, exactly. Um, I'm more interested in the tech and how you use it. Get into a little bit more of that. How explain to how you your process.
Well, I like to set up a couple. I'd like to set up a couple thermal imaging devices. All I got is the one. They can be pretty expensive. Um, but I like to set one of those up in like the main area where they're experiencing something. I put a thermostat there to go off when the temperature dips, and you really need a really sensitive device to do that. Uh, then the next one's probably going to be the electromagnetic meter, and that detects different fields, like I was talking about the electromagnetic fields we leave behind. That kind of pings. It works. I don't know if you said you worked for a company. I'm sure you used a multimeter.
Yep.
It's similar to that. You're going to see that thing tick back and forth.
Okay.
And it's going to jump more whenever there's something in there. I hear voices through the TV sometimes now.
What's the clearest message that you've received?
I've heard someone say, I feel like I've heard plenty of get outs. That's probably the top one. One guy say it was like a deep man's voice say, "Fuck you," but that's probably I didn't get a whole lot on that. It's really hard to make out, especially without recording it and then going down and picking it apart.
So has it ever scared you or made you nervous to hear
Yeah,
these
there was
things?
one time, not really out in places. When I was out in the Moundville Archaeological Park, I did see lights coming up from the different mounds out there, and you could hear drums in the distance. And there's not a whole lot of people out there. So if there's someone out there in the woods, they got nothing to do.
What where is that located?
Oh, that's in Alabama,
Okay.
Moundville Archaeological. park.
Very interesting.
Possibly related to the Civil War, maybe with the drums. I've heard stories about those too.
I believe so.
Okay.
Really, the scariest things that have happened to me have been like personal experience, and they start to get you start to get used to it. You start to get used to ghost penis, but it I mean that it is what it is. There was one time that I woke up, I couldn't open my eyes, and I reached up and it was sticky all across my face. And that's the first time I experienced ectoplasm. I know it wasn't I know it wasn't steaming, it wasn't salty. I sleep with my mouth open, but there was no one around. There was no one around.
So ectoplasm is now a thing too,
Yeah.
just like the movies. Was it green and slimy?
No, it was like a whitish yellow. A little bit slimy.
No, you got ghosted, sir.
Some of it was sharp. Stuck to
Sharp.
it.
Sharp?
A little bit sharp, like where it was dry.
Wait, are you talking about the taste?
No, not sharp.
Oh,
Like cheddar.
Oh my gosh.
oh my god. Oh, sorry. I thought you were going a whole different direction there. I thought you were saying that
No,
you ate this
it wasn't
ectoplasm.
salty. It was like a yolky feeling.
Did you analyze it?
I did not. I wiped my face off and kind of didn't mention it to anyone.
Huh.
And your uncle wasn't around either?
No, not anymore. He went back to prison.
Oh. So your uncle went to prison.
Yeah, three strikes you're out. Fucking stealing.
Oh, stealing. So he was a. What kind of stuff did he steal?
He stole lawnmower. He stole a lawnmower from the same person twice.
So that was two strikes right there, huh?
Right. Well, they let him off the first time. The people that own the lawnmower let him off the first time, and he went back and stole it again about a week later, and they pressed charges. So that was one strike.
Oh man. So what were the other two?
I don't remember. I think last one, he actually stole something from a store. They pressed charges.
When did this start happening? Like when did your experiences and everything? When did they like what time period?
And have you been tested for STDs?
I mean, I have, but back when I was about 22, I got tested. But I mean,
How old are you now, Chuck?
I'm 42.
Well, the same age as me. I've unfortunately never had the pleasure of being molested by a ghost.
I mean, I feel like ghosts are selfish. They've never like pleased my manhood, but they seem to really like me and my bottom hole. But they never do nothing for me, you know. It'd be nice. Be nice.
Well, this is quite the.
Wake up with bruises on my hips. That's something else.
This is not like anything I've ever heard before.
No.
So you've never gone public before this with any of this information?
Well, I talk to people. I talk to people around town, but I learned quick to keep my mouth shut about certain things.
Yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to ask about. We talked about earlier. There's got to be some sort of stigma that comes along with, talking about this out loud. Is how do you deal with that? How do you?
Well, I've been laughed at in the past, and laughing and making fun is just words. It's just words. I know what I saw.
Sure.
I know what I felt. And I'm going to believe anyone else that, or for the most part, I'm going to believe them. They say, they felt like their toes were licked while they were asleep. They woke up, wet toes, no one there. I mean, I'm going to believe that. I,
Sorry, Jeremy has a thing for licking toes, so
I'm sorry.
Yeah, apparently Jeremy has a thing for
yeah.
feet. So
It's,
I mean, do what you got to do.
dude's got to
oh
do.
no.
Yep, that
She
is
like
it. Dude's
that.
got to do.
Foot job, still a job.
If there's a toe to be licking, Jeremy's.
A sticking.
That's the only rhyme that was there. I was going to make it way better, but I couldn't think of anything.
So that happened in your 20s, you said? You the first time?
Yeah, that happened probably when I was about 20. I got my certificate. I got certified in 2010. So I've been doing this for off and on for about 15 years.
Okay.
Did you have any experiences that you can recall as a child that brought you to this, or
Not really as a child. I always you like my grandpa had passed away, and I always heard his footsteps coming down the stairs. So it wasn't never really anything that was a concern to me. I felt kind of comforted by it. So even when they, I guess the ghost ended up getting a stick in, I didn't necessarily shun them away. I never said no. So but I mean,
well, my wife, she's had
I was
experiences,
willing
and
to
she's
learn.
actually had an uncle that was schizophrenic, and he killed himself, and his the upstairs of my grandparents' house, and he pretty much just shot himself in the head and died right there. And she didn't know how he died or anything like that. But when she went to visit, they just pretty much told her that he had passed away. But she stayed in that room that he did that in, and she said that she woke up to him being in the doorway of the room, just standing there, and she wasn't scared, but she felt kind of the same way, like just comforted that he was there. But that's for I've never experienced anything like that. So, but she says she has. So, I would just have to believe her crazy ass.
Right? You can't just nullify it.
It's just weird when a person hasn't experienced something that far out there that you're not really able, your brain's not able to grasp it being real. Kind of like Jesus. I was just. Sorry, Mike.
I've got a question. And this might be beyond your scope, but is there any relation between the paranormal and visions and dreams? Introducing We Are Schwaff LLC, your go-to for cutting-edge creativity. From crafting killer storyboards and producing epic sounds, designing standout clothing, hydro dipping, and wood burning, we do it all.
Follow them on social media on Instagram and Facebook at We Are Schwaff to see the revolution unfold. That's WeAreSchwuaff. We Are Schwaff.
We are Schwaff LLC, where innovation meets the future, and the future is Schwaff.
That'd probably be more a question for a medium, and the reason I say that is they're able to look in and actually, in a way, have conversations with these beings, and some of them do have projected, uh, have seen things in their dreams that end up foretelling something else, and so I mean I believe that it's possible, but I'm not an expert on that.
Okay.
Okay, really important question. Do you like Rosie O'Donnell?
I mean I used to, but not anymore. I don't know who that guy is anymore.
Great answer. Great answer.
Oh. Oh, Chuck. I like you, Chuck. You're a good guy.
You guys aren't too bad.
We're never having a sleeping party though.
No,
No slumber
No.
party.
sir. No ectoplasma on
Well,
me.
that hasn't happened in a while. That hasn't happened in a while. But I feel like it made me a little bit self conscious. I started working out more. Why don't they want me no more? But
Sorry. Did this happen all in one place, or was it multiple locations?
it happened in 2 different locations.
Interesting.
And the first time was when I was living with my uncle. Um, the the next little bit, I want to say it probably happened a couple more, but no, I ended up living with my sister for a little while, and it happened there too. And I never felt like it had any malicious intent. It just, I mean, it really wallered me out sometimes. But like I said, I imagine a ghost penis feels a whole lot better than an actual penis.
So Chuck, what was your upbringing like? Was there anybody else in your family that's ever experienced anything close to this, or just seeing ghosts or talking to old passed away family members or anything like that?
No, not that I can think of. My sister, she was kind of a bitch. Um, most of my childhood. Um, and
Same.
but no, what's that?
I said same.
Well, yeah. Well, Jeremy's mom's a bitch, so he
It's
relates.
hereditary.
Oh.
Oh man.
No, my sister had said she had a couple experiences, but it was more, cabinet doors opening or being open after she left the room, and I think she was just being fucking stupid, just not realizing she ain't closed the shit. Well, I don't know. I believe most people. I don't believe my sister.
Yeah. She's just trying to steal all the attention away. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
I don't want
Oh
to
my.
hear about no cabinet doors.
Yeah. So what was the last job you did?
Last actual job was a little bit earlier. I got off from Checkers.
No, he meant
No,
paranormal job.
Oh, and my last job, it was more of just around town. Um, I went out. I heard a guy had said that the lights flickered. He felt like he got, scoop, tapped in the nuts, and then something grabbed the back of his head when he bent down to cup his balls and pulled his head forward.
Man, these are some real sexual
Holy
ghosts.
shit.
Well, a lot of them, people don't want to just come out to anybody and say this stuff happened to them. They want someone
Sure.
who's experienced something like that. So I did specialize in stuff like that. And, you a small town and they're going to tell,
Yeah.
everyone. And, so it did end up getting around. And that's why I'm not too, I don't get too mad about the laughing about it and whatnot. I know what I felt.
I'm not here to dispute that, Chuck.
Not at all.
But this is a comedy podcast, and we have to laugh for all our viewers' sake.
Yeah.
Well, I hope I helped out, I guess.
Well,
Chuck.
we do a little more than comedy, though.
Is your name Charles or?
No, Chuck's short for Chucky.
What's on your birth certificate?
It's Chucky Eloise Bennett.
Eloise, is that a family name or?
I don't know. I didn't know my parents too much. Both of them crackheads.
Oh, okay. So you didn't grow up with them at all? Were you in foster care?
No,
Or?
I grew up mostly with my uncle. I grew up mostly with my uncle. They were just in my life enough where I didn't get taken away.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Chuck.
I mean, it made me the man I am today.
Yeah.
I'm all right with it.
Absolutely.
The ghost fucker.
No, no, it's
No.
Chuck getting fucked by ghost business. I never fucked a ghost. They fucked me.
I imagine that'd be kind of tough.
Yeah, I would
What,
say.
not being able to fuck a ghost?
Yeah, like, not being able to, get your own.
It would have been nice. Reach around something.
Well,
Yeah, seriously.
well, I heard the man's release is in his ass. So
Isn't there like a haunted whorehouse or something you can go try?
You go to a cemetery and take your chances. There's bound to be plenty of.
are you in any kind of real relationship, real life relationship?
No, most people just kind of, stray away. I thought about moving,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna be the one of them people that just moved to Florida.
Fuck you.
Yeah, these two are from Florida. So if you didn't know.
Oh well, that's different. That's different.
But I feel you. I'm.
we don't hold it against anybody. I'm not from Florida originally, so.
So what was your last relationship, Chuck, that you've been in? How long?
My last relationship, I mean, I've gone to the bar and just kind of picked up if I can. But the most to me was Valerie for a little while, and she stuck around. She poked at me a little bit, laughed a little bit about whenever I try to be serious, say something to her about what happened to me, and just people, at least the live ones, they just sometimes people suck. I like it's
Yeah.
nice to talk to the ghosts.
Yeah.
It's not to try to talk to the ghosts.
Well, I mean,
It's nice to ask them for something.
What's like your like if you had an unlimited resources and whatever kind of money, what would you want to do to delve deeper into the parapsychology world of ghosts, etc.? Like what would you ideally want to do?
I would want to actually go get a degree, and I mean, I'd like. Oh, I've seen the ghost hunter shows and whatnot, and I do believe some of it. I believe some of them. But I wouldn't start a show per se, but I would, get something where I didn't have to just try to get around in a, raggedy work truck and, you know, get something that's closed in, maybe a van. I, Van would be nice. Much more equipment to be able to set up in a, much more larger area, cover more areas. Maybe have some other people that have had the same experience as me and be able to pay those people. You know, I don't care if you feel like you've had a ghost penis inside you. You can come with it for me.
And you'd want to like kind of go all over the country and
Yeah, it'd be nice to travel. And really, when you think about it, unless you go to some sort of Native American burial ground, something like that, America is fairly young. You go to Europe or like that, then you start being able to see ghosts that are, hundreds and hundreds of years old.
Ghost orgy.
Right.
well, have you ever been to Europe or any other country?
I have not. I have
So
not.
that's probably one of your goals.
I've been across to Mexico one time, and that they sent me right back because I didn't have my paperwork in line. So
Oh man. So do you think if you come across a ghost in Mexico, are you going to be able to understand them? Do they speak Spanish?
if they say no, I could understand them. But anything other than that, I can't understand.
Okay. I just wonder if they stayed true to their language or if a ghost could, speak your language to communicate with you, or if there was anything like that.
Doesn't ask. It doesn't sound like they're speaking to ask permission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has there been like any other type of interaction besides, the five senses? Has there been any type of like telepathy, like mind control, anything like that
No,
that
it's
you've heard
more
of?
of a
Or
feeling. Not really in the senses, just within yourself. You get frozen. You know something's around. It's that feeling like you feel like you're being watched.
Mhm.
It happened pretty often. Still happens to me when I'm in the shower. I don't live with nobody. I still get feelings that people's watching me, but that doesn't necessarily mean there's ghosts. But
Right.
it could happen. You never know.
Oh
Could be
man,
the man.
could be.
Could just be a man.
Is that what you said, Jeremy?
I said it could be meth.
Oh,
I've never done that.
Oh man, you're missing out.
Where'd you say you were from?
Just play.
I'm from Dothan,
Dothan?
Alabama.
Are you sure you've
It's
never?
right where like all the corners of Georgia and Alabama and Florida kind of meet.
kind of just north of Tallahassee.
You've never done meth.
I've never done meth. I know people do meth. My parents did crack. I'd imagine they did meth too, probably.
Yet another thing that you and Jeremy have in common. Oh, sorry, Jeremy. It's been too long, man. I haven't seen you guys in forever. Well, I actually have seen you 3 weeks ago.
Well, what any other questions, guys, we got for Chuck? I mean, I've kind of covered all mine.
Chuck, I know you said you might have to cut it short because work shift or what'd you say?
Well, I worked a little bit earlier, but I'm pretty tired. But I did cut out this time, so I mean it's
Okay.
Well, you're more than welcome to hang out, stick around. We're gonna shoot the shit for a minute and catch up. It's been a while. Oh,
okay. Well, y'all tell me.
Oh, you're fine, Chuck.
Oh, we're just gonna talk our, talk about what's going on in the world. Catch up. Here's something for you. The three of us haven't talked about the election.
Oh yeah.
We have not talked about the presidential election in how many weeks now? We have a new president elect. President Donald Trump again.
What do you think about that, Chuck?
Two wings of the same bird. Can't trust neither one of them, but
I feel the
the
same.
people's gonna pick who they're gonna pick.
And either way, they're gonna fuck you, like the ghost.
I mean, they were. I wouldn't call it fucking. Yeah, I mean, some of them.
So sensual.
Some of them were not too bad.
Okay.
What else has gone on in the world since we last talked? We talked about the hurricane last time.
Jeremy
Keller
came,
has the yeah,
twice.
all over.
Jeremy came and helped me hang my drywall in my attic, which was much appreciated. Your I was gonna say something prestigious, but all my mind just kept on saying, "Call my bitch, call my bitch." So, so he's a great bitch.
Thanks, pal. The PS5 is appreciated.
Oh, it was earned for sure. Put your
Yeah,
ass to work.
heard you guys had a time. Not a single 90-degree corner anywhere.
No, that's just crooked as fuck. But
Like the election.
Oh man. he does have a whole Avengers squad with him. Shit,
Yeah,
Elon Musk and all them. Shit,
Kennedy.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. All the people that jumped on his ship, and hopefully they all get together and get something done.
That's my hope too.
Yeah,
Is that something actually about we get something done in this country and get some movement. They just announced earlier that the House went to the Republicans as well. So we have a super government. We have a super GOP government.
yep. Only time will tell. 4 years.
Yeah.
4 whole
Well,
years.
2 really, because we got midterms.
I didn't study.
How much do you weigh, Chuck?
I probably weigh about 170 now.
We've got the three of us have a weight loss challenge going on. We started about 3 months ago.
Speaking of meth, what are you doing, Mike?
So I have lost 30 pounds in the last 3 months.
I do that when I take a shit.
Yeah, good for you.
Jeremy has only one leg now. He sawed off the other one. Well, we already know my story. I fucking fell off the wagon. I'm back on it now. I'm back at my original 10 pounds lost and still going forward. But,
Doing better than me.
yeah.
I have completely changed my diet and totally knocked out carbs. Carbs, well, not, I won't say totally, but 6 out of 7 days of the week, I am not eating carbs, stopped drinking soda, things like that.
What is a typical meal for Mike?
Okay, I'll tell you what. I went to the grocery store yesterday and I bought
I heard the New
ground
York
beef.
come out of him just then. I
You
bought.
what?
I was like, the
Went
New
to
York
the
came
store
out.
and I bought
I went to the
Did
store.
I really?
a little bit. Getting possessed.
I bought.
Can't do nothing about that.
ground beef, green red peppers, onions, chicken thighs. What else? Just all protein. Just all in. What I'll do, what I really like actually, is making no shell tacos.
Ooh.
Basically, just ground beef, onions, peppers, cilantro, and I used to eat it with white rice, kind of make it like a bowl,
Yeah.
but I cut the rice out, and it's just straight, essentially a caveman diet.
Have you ever tried to wrap it in lettuce? Anything like that? Like
I don't
form a
like
shell
lettuce.
out-
I mean, I'll
don't?
eat lettuce. I don't like lettuce.
Oh,
Bitch.
okay.
Lettuce doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. New York thing.
My sister had suggested me the almond flour tortillas, and they're pretty
Yeah.
good. But
Yeah,
you know
I have
what?
low carb ones. That's what I use. I just had tacos the other day and used the low carb wrap for them.
Yeah, I just
Some of that stuff I can't get past the taste.
Well,
Yeah.
nowadays it's gone. It's gotten so much advanced that you can't hardly tell the difference in a lot of these things.
A buddy of mine gave me some chickpea pasta, and it made the whole damn house smell like Bengay, and I could not eat it.
chickpeas. They smelled like Ben Gay.
Chickpea
I
pasta.
don't know. It smelled like something awful.
Sheesh.
So y'all aren't friends anymore?
No, sir. Not me and chickpea pasta. Me and old Billy's fine, but I told him don't make that shit for me no more.
You're sick of ghost on them.
I mean, if I'm gonna eat carbs, I'm gonna eat carbs. I'm not gonna chicken out. I'm gonna wait till my cheat day and eat it. But
What's your cheat day?
usually Sunday.
Sunday.
For
Mine's on
football.
Friday. Last Friday I had 5 pieces of pizza from Marco's, and they changed the sauce up on me, so it wasn't that good.
I found a new pizza place here. It's pretty good.
Well, that's there, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah, sorry.
I ain't got nowhere. I ain't got no bear. Wow, I just had a stroke. I ain't got nothing near me. Marco's and some other place I haven't tried, but for one pizza, it's like $30 fucking dollars.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, it's like, then of course, I have a whole army of people here.
Yeah, so you're getting like 3-4 pizzas, and it's costing you half your paycheck.
I'm telling you.
Well, guys, it's getting a little close to time here, so I wanted to thank Chuck for being on. I know conversation was definitely
titillating.
I appreciate you guys for having me.
Yeah, anytime, Chuck.
I've been left at worse, I swear.
Yeah, keep us posted if you have any other encounters or anything.
Yeah, let Jeremy know, and we'll have it right back on.
Ghost syphilis.
Ghost syphilis?
Yeah.
I hope the hell you can't get nothing from a ghost, man. I ain't been checked in years. About 20.
Oh, it's been a while, guys. We appreciate you all hanging in there and waiting for us to come back.
Sorry we ghosted you.
Yeah, but we're back, and we're gonna give you some extra episodes in there to make up for lost time. Just bear with us. We're getting the machine going again. Like and subscribe. Listen, goddammit.
Take us out, Jeremy.
Fuck y'all. Just kidding. Peace, motherfuckers.
Holy man.
Stalebread Podcast is Daniel Keller, Jeremy Pope, and Michael Koliznik, recorded live at SMG Studios, a division of SMG Communications. Executive producers Michael Koliznik and Tony Skipperson Clark.